James Wilson. Now, Schofield was over at the Ford, so he was not at the Carter House, but Cox was. And although you're not going to get to tour that house, they're in the process now of setting up his command headquarters in the Carter House. So they're going to have that open very soon. If you are in Franklin for the rest of the year, that will be on display. And there's a close-up of Schofield. Handsome devil, right? And Brigadier General Jacob Cox of Ohio. Now they took up as their command post the parlor of the Carter House. And of course that was the formal room of the place, which they used really just for special occasions like weddings and funerals and that sort of thing. So it was the most formal area of the house. There's the picture of the builder, found Branch Carter. He was a farmer, but a very wealthy one. Did have the cotton gin, which would be pivotal in this battle, would be that in his home were the two big epicenters of this entire conflict. It's where the two armies met. And you can see some wonderful new period views that have just come to us from seemingly out of nowhere. And it shows the Carter House not long after that battle. And they were very much relieved because they just put in a new fence all around it. And so they were afraid they may have made the wrong choice, or people were up in arms about changing the looks, but then they had these and it became very evident that they definitely had that. There's the side view of it. The side showing the smokehouse, which is still there. And there's found Branch Carter at the time of the Battle of Franklin. You can see he was born in the late 1700s, so he was advanced in age by the time this came up, and he had a great number of his children and grandchildren at home with him. And his cotton gin that stood across the street where formerly the Pizza Hut was, if you're familiar enough with Franklin. We used to really have a big problem about that. A lot of those wonderful people at the turn of the last century tried to get that battlefield made into a park, like Gettysburg and Chickamauga and so forth, and kept getting turned down in the higher powers of Congress. And we needed this student Magnolia in the legislature and Senate at the time. We could have gotten more done. But anyway, they started building on top of that battlefield, and now they're trying to go through the great challenge of reclaiming as much as possible. And it's very slow just because, as you probably are well aware, prices are always skyrocketing in Franklin. So the properties are getting more and more expensive all the time. And so they're constantly in the process of buying back all they can. And they did buy back the Pizza Hut and tore it down. And there's a nice proper monument there now where this building once stood. You can see a closer version of the cotton gin there. I'll go into this a little more later, but this building was completely eradicated from the battle. It had been so riddled with bullets and cannon fire that there was absolutely nothing left of it. They have a couple of boards that were discovered after the battle that are at the Carter House on display, but it was completely wiped out. New cotton gin assault marker, historic marker. Now, as I was showing you, found Branch Carter, his family being home, and as I mentioned, people were not aware